12:32 on your Wednesday afternoon. You know that means it is time for the great debate. That's why I have Kirsten in the studio right now. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. How are you doing, Sam?
I'm doing great. And you know what makes my life great? Is
Me.
this. I'm not even going to answer that one. I'm going to completely. You just threw me off my train. All right, video games. Right? Video games are a lot of fun. Would you agree with that, Kirsten?
I do not care about video games at all. They
at
have
all.
no impact in my life.
Zero impact. Okay. Why? This is going to turn into an intervention now. Why do you think that is?
Honestly, I don't know. I've never really liked them. It's not that I dislike them. I just don't care about them.
Well, okay. I think video games are. Well, you admit that at least video games are a very big part of, society today. A lot of people are into
No.
video games. What?
What?
You don't think video games are a huge part of society nowadays?
I mean, guys play them a lot. I don't really know why.
Video games are huge. Everyone has a console. You got Xbox, it's PlayStation.
Everyone?
I feel
Or like 18 to
obviously, because you know how I know.
30-year-old guys.
Because I am checking our Facebook page right now, of course, AFN Tokyo, and I'm looking at these people commenting their favorite games. We got some good answers. What we got? We got The Last of Us. You ever heard of that one?
Is that one about zombies?
I think so. Yeah, it's got some zombies in it. There's a
Yeah.
lot of zombie games out there.
I know that one. It's like my best friend's favorite game.
Oh, so your best friend has a favorite game.
Yes.
How does that person feel about you hating video games?
She accepts me for who I am.
Oh, well, that's very nice of her. We got Rampage. That game came out back in like the 80s. I've never played it. It before I was born, so. Slaves to Armok, God of Blood, Chapter 2, Dwarf Fortress. How can you be against video games when they have amazing names like
one title?
this? Yeah,
Wow,
I think so.
that's intense.
God of Blood, Chapter 2. How can you not be excited about that? And then, this one, Zelda Ocarina of Time. Everyone knows about that one. I hope you know about Zelda.
I know that Zelda is the princess and Link is the dude in the green.
Wow, I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
That's very impressive that you know that. Okay, so I've always been a pretty big gamer throughout my entire life. I started off with a GameCube, playing Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3. And ever since then, video games have been something. It's just I go home for the day and I'm looking to relax. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna turn on my Xbox. I'm gonna play some games. So this is what you do. And do you think reading is your alternative to video games?
Yes. How about this? I will play a video game if you read a book.
I have read a book. I've read at least 2.
When's the last book you read?
The last book I read, I know exactly what it was. It was a Star Wars book called.
I don't think that counts.
How does it? Lost
Star
Stars.
Wars book?
Lost Stars. That was an amazing book. It was by far the fastest I've ever read a book in my entire life. It was amazing. Book is so good. I believe the author is Claudia Gray. You gonna tell her that she didn't write an actual book? I'm gonna get her on the phone and be like, Petty Officer Kirsten Palmer, she doesn't think your book is real.
Okay, how about I will choose a book for you to read and you will choose a video game for me to play?
Okay, that's fair. What book would you have me read?
Oh, I have to think about this.
All
It's
right.
going to be a long one, at least 500 pages.
Can it be like Dr. Seuss letter size?
No.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate. But because I've read, I think reading is time consuming. But video games, I can kind of
And
pick.
video games aren't.
If
People
I
spend all
if
day
I wanna-
long playing
if
games,
I
all
wanna-
weekend.
If I want to play a first-person shooter, I can be like, oh, I'm gonna go in, play a couple matches. It might take like 15, 20 minutes, and I'm done. I feel
you
like
could read 20 minutes a day. You can
But-
easily read like 40 pages in that time.
My
frame.
issue with books, though, if I'm reading a book and I put it down, and then a couple weeks later I come back to it, I forgot where I left off. I got to rethink about everything. I got to skim through the pages, go online, look at a summary somewhere. It's crazy. It's too much thought process. If I just want to play a quick game, play a match, mindless shooting for fun, or if I want to play some Minecraft, throw some blocks on the ground and build something really pretty, I can do that. I don't have to read.
All right. We'll agree to disagree.
This is the deal now. I will read a book and you will play a video game. How long would it take you to read a 500-page book?
Probably 10 hours or less.
10 hours? I feel like that's how long it takes me to read a page. Okay.
It's like 50 pages an hour on average, depending on how big the type is.
I gotta think
and
if you played a video game for 10 hours, what? All right. Well, that was quite an interesting, great debate today. Thank you very much, Petty Officer Kirsten Palmertree, for stopping on by.
You're welcome.
And we will get back to this next week. It's going to be a fun time right here on The Great Debate every Wednesday at 2:30.